In 1987, a small village disappeared. Not one person, not one family, an entire village. And what investigators found the next morning still has no explanation. The village was called Adabiyi. It sat deep in the countryside, far from the nearest town. Around 200 people lived there. Farmers, traders, children, ordinary people living ordinary lives. Nothing unusual had ever happened there. Until one night. According to records, the evening of June 17th was completely normal. Children played outside until sunset. Women cooked dinner. Men gathered beneath a large tree near the village square, discussing harvest plans. Several travelers even passed through the village that evening and later confirmed that everything looked peaceful. At exactly 8:30 p.m., the village chief, Chief Bamidel, finished his nightly walk and returned home. That would be the last confirmed sighting of anyone from Adabiyi. The next morning, a trader named Musa arrived with bags of salt and cooking oil. He visited the village every Wednesday. As he approached, something immediately felt wrong. No children, no voices, no animals, nothing. The village was silent. At first, Musa assumed everyone had gone to a nearby market, but as he walked deeper into the village, his fear grew. Every house was open. Cooking fires had burned out. Meals sat untouched on tables. A pot of soup still hung over a cold fire. It looked as though everyone had stood up and left at the exact same moment. Musa ran to the chief's compound. Empty. He checked every house. Empty. Not a single person remained. Panicked, he rushed to the nearest police station. By noon, officers arrived. What they found only deepened the mystery. There were no signs of violence, no blood, no footprints leading away from the village, no evidence of a struggle. It was as if 200 people had simply vanished into thin air. Then one officer noticed something strange. Near the edge of the village stood an old abandoned well. The well had been sealed decades earlier because locals believed it was dangerous. But that day, the stone cover was missing. And beside the well, someone had scratched 3 words into the dirt. The words read, "Do not follow." The officers looked at each other. No one knew who wrote it. No one knew when it appeared. But they were about to discover something even more terrifying. Because when they lowered a flashlight into the well, they saw something staring back.